They were like riding a tank inside the street. These were the people, the normal people.
After being arrested and beaten by Taliban, my family couldn't believe that I would come to home alive. Most of the people I know who have been arrested are killed.
It was 7th terrorist attack, killed about more than 300 people. Many people died between the crowds. Even we had situation that we couldn't breathe at all. It was dangerous for us to stay in Afghanistan.
No i witamy w Polsce. Często pojawiają się teraz pytania pod naszymi filmami z Afganistanu, gdzie są ci ludzie, czy są bezpieczni i tak dalej, i tak dalej. Udało się ich ewakuować. Relacjonowaliśmy to właśnie wszystko na Instagramie, to był dość skomplikowany proces, więc nie chcę o nim teraz opowiadać, bo będzie po prostu sucho i pojedziemy do nich, do całej ekipy. Samochodem zabierzemy ich takiego tripa po Polsce i po drodze sobie pogadamy. A to nasza ekipa na wyjazd. Ksiądz Robak i Michał. No dobra,
witamy.
No to pokrótce jaki plan na dzisiaj?
Plan jest łatwy. Odebrany Michał, czyli pierwszy etap zaliczony.
Pierwszy etap zaliczony, śniadanko zjedzone w samochodzie.
Jedziemy teraz odebrać naszych misiaczków, czyli Zabiego, Kasima i dwie Fatimy.
Czyli Faustynkę, jej chłopaka Zbyszka, jeszcze Felkę i jej chłopaka Kazika.
Co Cię zainspirowało, żeby akurat takie imiona im nadać?
Uważam, że polskie imiona pomagają im, żeby mogli lepiej jednak się integrować.
A jedziemy w ogóle taką zajebistą furką 9-osobową i ogarnęliśmy ją w ogóle dzięki naszemu patronowi, Karolowi, dziękujemy. No i oczywiście Marcin, który tą furkę nam zaoferował na 5 dni, więc micuchem wsiadamy, ruszamy dalej. I jesteśmy na razie zapakowani na full, bo tam mamy rzeczy, które dostaliśmy od
was.
Tak, od widzów. Więc dzięki wielkie wszystkim.
Tylko to nie są rzeczy dla nas, to są rzeczy dla
To znaczy tak, dla misiaczków.
A jechali.
Piętnastego sierpnia 2021 roku talibowie ponownie przejęli władzę w Afganistanie. Część naszych afgańskich znajomych znalazła się w niebezpieczeństwie ze względu na kontakty z obalonymi władzami lub organizacjami międzynarodowymi. Dzięki Wam udało się stworzyć i rozpowszechnić petycję do polskiego rządu z prośbą o ich ewakuację. Podpisało ją kilkadziesiąt tysięcy osób. Chodziło o pomoc grupie sportowców i aktywistów, którzy z wielu powodów mogli stać się niewygodni dla nowych władz. Polski rząd z początku planował ewakuację 100 osób związanych głównie z ambasadą, jednak ze względu na dramatyczną sytuację w Kabulu zgodził się na rozszerzenie listy o współpracowników NATO, dziennikarzy i artystów. Dzięki pracy Wojska Polskiego i służb do naszego kraju ostatecznie trafiło około 1000 Afgańczyków. Każda z tych osób to wyjątkowa historia. 5 z nich zdecydowała się opowiedzieć o sobie przed kamerą. Jednak nie będą to tylko wywiady, ale również zapis ich pierwszej podróży po Polsce, spotkania z nową rzeczywistością. O uchodźcach często mówi się wyłącznie w kontekście doświadczonych przez nich tragedii. W tym materiale postaramy się również pokazać, jacy są na co dzień.
Zbliżamy się do ośrodka, gdzie Afgańczycy są osadzeni mniej więcej od miesiąca. Teraz tu siedzą do czasu, kiedy ich sytuacja będzie jakoś tam formalnie, dostaną jakieś dokumenty, czyli status międzynarodowej ochrony.
Powiedz mi, jak pierwszy raz jechałeś do nich, to co miałeś w głowie?
Pierwszy raz jak jechałem do nich, po prostu kupiłem wszystkie potrzebne rzeczy dla nich. Rzeczy, które myślałem, że są im potrzebne, a okazało się, że może i niekoniecznie były potrzebne, a rzeczy, które oni bardziej potrzebowali, jak klapki na przykład, a ja o tym nie wiedziałem.
Warto też w sumie powiedzieć o tym, że oni jak tu przyjechali, to mieli taką zasadę, że żeby dostać się do samolotu, żeby przejść przez całe to lotnisko i zostać ewakuowani, oni mogli zabrać ze sobą tylko malutki plecaczek i w zasadzie mieli tam głównie wodę, bo niektórzy czekali na lotnisku po kilka dni, więc woda była jakby głównym rzeczą, którą miałem w plecaku i często przyjeżdżali bez niczego tak naprawdę.
Zbliżamy się już do ośrodka, skręciliśmy w taką małą dróżkę, ale niestety jest tutaj baza wojskowa, więc nagrywanie jest kategorycznie zabronione. Nie tylko dla nas, ale też dla mieszkańców tego ośrodka. Także widzimy się za chwilę już z naszymi misiaczkami. No dobra, to jesteśmy w pełnym składzie.
No, we don't go to Kraków already.
Misiaczki! Say hello!
Cześć! Jak się masz, everybody in YouTube?
Jak się masz, everybody in YouTube?
Nasi afgańscy znajomi to bohaterowie odcinków z Herat opublikowanych na tym kanale w 2020 roku. Kasim i Fatima brali udział w wielu międzynarodowych projektach, natomiast Zabi i druga Fatima to znani afgańscy alpiniści, zdobywcy wielu szczytów. Fatima za jedno ze swoich osiągnięć trafiła na listę 100 najbardziej inspirujących kobiet 2021 roku według BBC. Porozmawiajmy z nimi o ośrodku dla uchodźców, w którym będą przebywać do czasu uzyskania dokumentów i pozwolenia na pracę.
How is the life in the facility? Are there any activities organized by them, or you just organize?
We have lots of time. We can do everything. We have like a kitchen, everything in kitchen we can buy by the money that they pay us every month, about 70 zloty. Yeah, they provide the food even for those days. For Saturday, Sunday, they give us some raw materials like kurczak and other things.
Kurczak.
How many people are there in the facility?
In the camp, maybe around 200 people.
And was there anything that shocked you, like once you got to Poland? I mean, culture shock. Did you get any of this?
No, because we met lots of people with foreign people that they come from Europe. You say a lot about Poland, so we're not shocked. We just know everything about this culture here. What Egyptian code is the like classic music, and classic ones is looking like
classic no, but it's disco polo.
what
Classic
disco polo?
disco polo is like partying, like
They're the same of some old Afghani music. Reeds.
Reminds you of Afghan music?
Yeah, for sure.
Interesting.
They have some Afghani music. That's it, and
So this sounds like disco polo.
Tutaj nasze misiaczki stwierdziły, że jest to super podobne do polskiego disco polo, więc zobaczmy, czy faktycznie jest nawet ten sam rytm. Nie?
Totalnie, no.
Nie?
Można nawet tańczyć razem do 2 piosenek.
Naraz. Plan jest taki, że zaczynamy w ogóle od odwiedzenia swojej babci.
Słucham.
Cześć babciu, przyjedziemy
Dobrze, na którą godzinę?
za godzinkę będziemy.
Ile osób?
7.
Dobrze.
I
Może
babciu i twój Michałek też przyjeżdża.
Dobrze.
Będziesz miała
Odnowimy
innych
miłość. Spotkamy się.
Tak, do zobaczenia babciu.
Do widzenia.
Następująca piosenka nazywa się Potrząsaj swoje jabłka. Borys, potrząsaj jabłka.
Dzień dobry. Cześć babcia.
Mamy chorobę własną. In Afghanistan we just...
Cześć,
Cześć, kudłaty. No jak tam w Polsce się podoba?
A jeszcze nie mówię po polsku.
Tak?
Uczę się dopiero.
Jeszcze nic nie mogę powiedzieć, ani Ola, ani nic.
Coś tam mówią.
Dzień dobry, dziękuję.
Ja bym ich przyjęła do pierwszej klasy. A to tak ciężko powiedzieć Ola.
Ola.
Ale to jakiś Polak.
Ale
Ola. Ola.
Ola.
Ola. Żeby się przedstawić.
Mama.
Mama.
Mama?
Mama.
nie, babcia, oni znają już skomplikowane zdania.
Na
nawet.
przykład babciu musisz ich uczyć takich ziemniaki, chleb,
Tak,
butelka,
Albo na przykład-
A nie, ale to się od tego zaczyna. Jak oni zdają egzamin z tego,
B1.
to oni pójdą w głąb. Ale najpierw to trzeba takie delikatne.
Tak, na przykład oni teraz znają jedno zdanie z takiej piosenki, którą będziemy babci puszczyć też. Wszystko co zrobiłam to było dopiero intro. I co tam u babci słychać?
Ale tyle was jest, żebyście więcej jajek nie wzięli.
Czarny pieprz.
czarny pieprz.
Tak, dobrze.
Dla mnie to cały świat jest miłością. Jakbyście zostali w Polsce, to byście szczęśliwie żyli.
Właśnie to o
Tak.
to chodzi, że wszyscy jesteśmy członkami jednej kategorii my.
Tak.
I to jest piękne.
Jeden Bóg jest, a my jesteśmy Jego bracia. Michałek, kładź sobie jeszcze.
Ja się najadłem już, babciu, dziękuję.
To może kiełbasy troszkę.
Zjem trochę, na spokojnie.
Ja przeżyłam wojnę, znam wojnę i głód znam. Teraz to jest ważne dla młodzieży. Kochana młodzieży, nie igraj z młodością.
Don't play around with youth.
Młodość jest piękna, ma bieg ograniczony, biegnie w dalekie strony, jak bieg pociągu rozpędzony. Miłość jest piękna, przebaczająca, szlachetna. W miłości nie ma granic i nie ma końca. Kto miłości nie szanuje, miłość szybko od człowieka odlatuje. Ja swoją młodość spraktykowałam, bo od ptaszków wzór życia brałam. Co było złe, przetrwałam, a co było dobre, Panu Bogu dziękowałam.
Brawo!
Z Roztocza kierujemy się na Kraków. Po drodze porozmawiamy jeszcze z jedną osobą. To Said, nasz kolega, którego poznaliśmy w 2019 roku. Był bliskim pracownikiem gubernatora jednej z najważniejszych prowincji w Afganistanie. Opowie nam, jak wyglądały ostatnie chwile w jego mieście przed wejściem talibów.
I remember talking to you the night before Mazar fell. Deep down, did you know that Mazar was going to fall the next day?
No, to be honest, because we had enough forces, we had everything in our control. But one thing which caused the main damage and which paved the ground was like because this military commander, he left the areas where he was controlling the lines again in the fight, so that provided the gap for Taliban to get inside, and that somehow broke all the front lines.
At that time you were staying with the governor.
Exactly, remember that moment because we had just came from our office to our residence. Then governor went to meet one of our district governors. So I was in my room, I took off my bulletproof vest.
But how did it happen? Like, because actually you were like a diplomat, right? But somehow you ended up wearing a bulletproof vest and machine gun every single day.
When the situation changed, so we had to going there without a vest or without a gun, and this thing that was really like risking your life. Then I received a call from one of my colleagues. He told me that all the lines have been broken, all the front lines we have been defeated, and Taliban has entered inside the city.
So basically it was the military that failed, not the governor.
It was the military, like not this, to be specific, not the soldiers, because the soldiers were fighting well, but the leadership of the military, which was the commander.
He left. He was corrupt or what?
Well, that was a political decision thing, because politically you don't see a commander of military for such a crucial zone to be changed like easily. But in the last 3 months, we saw 3 to 4 commanders being changed at that crucial time.
Okay, and you got that phone call that Taliban is basically on their way. And what happened then?
The first thing we called our police commander. He said he's already leaving the city. He went to the aerodrome. Then he called the military commander. He was not responding. Then we called, the third person was the commander of special forces. We said that he is at his military camp, which was situated at the other side of the city, and he said that all the front lines have been defeated. He asked us that there is no chance to fight because no one is fighting. Everyone was like surrounded in the battlefield in the front line by Taliban, and there was no one to go with, only the personal guards, which was not enough for a fight against Taliban. Then we all decided to leave the city and go toward Evacuation. But when we arrived in Evacuation, like we saw that everyone is already there. Everyone, I mean all the forces who are inside the city and outside the city.
Were there?
To be honest, between 3,000 to 4,000.
And the Taliban got there the next day, right?
The Taliban got at the night. And we left our office, like it took after 10 minutes of leaving our office, Taliban had captured our office. So it was that close. And when the thing was like, when we left our office, we saw that prisoners broke the chains of the prison and left the prison and walking around the city as well.
You tried crossing to Uzbekistan, right?
Yeah, we tried, but you know, like it was somehow, to be fair, those decisions already taken that who should be able to cross and who should not. So the people who were allowed already by the government of Uzbekistan, they crossed it.
Okay.
But the others, the rest, everyone, like they were all left there at the side, and they got arrested by Taliban. Two of our local commanders who were fighting for us, they were arrested in Ayraton. So they were taken to Balkh district and they were killed, and their bodies were left there for a couple of days until like people could take it back from them. So that was the harsh part.
Somehow you managed to get out of there alive, and how is it? Because you also got arrested, right?
Yeah, I was arrested when we tried to go from Ayraton to Mazar-e-Sharif. It's me and my own house, which I came like after being arrested and beaten by Taliban the day, and I came home. Like my family couldn't believe that I would come to home alive. And then when I arrived, like everyone was shocked. Like we usually have the tradition, like younger sons, they kiss the hand of their parents. When I came, so it was the touching part was that when my father saw me, he kissed my hand because he didn't believe that I would come alive.
And how did you manage to get released?
Because they were too busy to take control of the city. Mostly they were focusing. We were released upon a guarantee of providing our house addresses. Upon providing that agreement, we were released.
So you used that opportunity of being released to go to Kabul, right?
The only way that we had to live and survive, that was to go to Kabul, and from Kabul to get evacuated. I and with my family members, my brother and my mom, my parents, we went there. But my sister left because she was living separately. Upon that, when Taliban didn't find me or my parents, so they found my sister, where she and her husband was beaten, forced to tell my address. And then upon not receiving the positive response from my sister and my brother-in-law, Taliban had beaten them several times. And for one day, they were released on guarantee. And then after releasing, they also left whatever they had, their home, everything on their homes, and they also came to Kabul to join me.
Because when we contacted you, you were hiding, right, in Kabul?
Yeah, I was hiding because my face was being shown every day on these news things, because we had a political meeting and agreement had been done several days before Mazar-e-Sharif fall. So you could see my face all on these news that I was beside these political north figures of Afghanistan. So that's why it's hard for me to walk around Kabul also easily.
Your family was 15 people in total?
In total, yes.
And everyone got evacuated, right?
Everyone got evacuated.
And what do you think, what if you stayed in Afghanistan, what would have happened to you? Do you think you would have been in the prison, or?
Well, taking into account that they captured my house, destroyed everything in my house, captured my colleagues, killed some of them. Most of the people I know who have been arrested are killed and these things, so I'm sure I would face the same situation as them.
अब तुम ही हो जिंदगी, अब तुम ही हो चैन भी, मेरा दर्द भी, मेरे आशिकी, अब तुम ही.
Docieramy do Krakowa. Zatrzymamy się tutaj, w melinowym Chruśniaku, kultowym domu autostopowym. Nie jesteśmy tutaj pierwszy raz.
Cała ekipa na melinowy Chruśniak. 7 osób? Nie znamy każdy. Ja wiem. Cześć! Czyli mamy dzisiaj na Chruśniaku i pokażemy wam pokrótce, o co chodzi w tym miejscu, w którym zatrzymywaliśmy się w sumie od lat.
O kurde!
It used to be our place. Oh, yeah.
Zobaczcie nasz pokój.
This is the history, no?
Tak, nie spałam tam z wami.
Tu była kiedyś pralnia, ale później jak ktoś przyjeżdżał tutaj nocować, to zawsze spał w tym pokoju, na ziemi albo na tym tapczaniku.
My tutaj ćwiczyliśmy taniec nasz, pamiętasz, ślubny? Znaczy
tak.
nie w tym pokoju, ale tutaj mieszkaliśmy wtedy.
Tak, tu spaliśmy, a tańczyliśmy u którejś z dziewczyn, która miała przepiórki.
A ja zrobisz nam takiego prowadzenia po wcześniaku?
A mam też mówić o historiach, które się tu przydają.
No,
Ale to jest absolutnie najtańszy pokój jednoosobowy w Krakowie.
That was the room. Mia would rent it for 50 zł per month.
Po tym jak robiliśmy porządki w tych 2 komórkach, to Mia wykopała stąd rzeczy i stwierdziła, to jest miejsce, w którym mogę żyć. No, to jest pomieszczenie do spisywania liczników i tu spała Mia właśnie, która, żeby nie dostać klaustrofobii, tutaj spała, a tam grała w Simsy. W ogóle ona w tych Simsach zrobiła chruśniak i nasze wszystkie postaci, jak sobie nimi grała. I robiła między nimi jakieś kłótnie, romanse i takie rzeczy. To było
A ile ona zapłaciła za ten pokój?
50 zł, jeśli się nie mylę.
Plus media?
Plus media. Tak.
Yeah, that's the room, you see? And that's the girl who used to live here. A i co tu robi jakaś rejestracja z Ukrainy?
Właśnie ktoś ją przywiózł, ale nie jestem w stanie powiedzieć kto.
To,
jak wiele rzeczy.
O, widzę tutaj przystanek. Melinowy chruśniak.
Na żądanie.
Początku drzewa.
Od mojej babci, od kurwa.
Co to jest to coś?
Wiesz co? Źle światło mi się rozprasza w pokoju, jest za mocne, więc stworzyłem sobie blendę.
Awokado.
But you got real avocado as well, right? From Michał, you got it, right?
Oh yeah, real avocado.
And you like the taste of it?
So fat, tasty, again fat.
Oh, another mattress coming.
Thank you. Andro wooden wall fallen to us.
Go back to sleep.
Melinowy chruśniak zostaje naszą bazą na czas wizyty w Krakowie. Właśnie tutaj wracamy pamięcią do tych niepewnych dni upadku Afganistanu. Posłuchajmy, jak wyglądał ten czas z perspektywy mieszkańców Herat i Kabulu.
The day that the Taliban came in Herat, there was no police in streets, there was no army. I've seen, because I was in date with Fatima. Then I was go to home. I seen lots of cars. They are going police cars, and at the end I see there's 2 motorcycles with Kalashnikov, and they're firing in the sky. And these tanks and this Humvee, they're escaping from them, and they go out of the city. They left everything. They left their guns, their clothes.
And how do you think, why is it that Herat fell like so quickly? What
it was
happened?
somehow like corruption in government. There was no real war between Taliban and army.
And were you surprised about the whole thing?
Yeah, we were surprised
everyone...
because at the night that Herat was fall down, I texted Sabit that we'll come to Kabul soon, because Kabul will long last more than 3 months. We can manage to go to Pakistan or some other countries. We were shocking because the next day Kabul was full.
I had a shop, clothing brand there, with my colleague. My colleague messaged me, come to the shop. I started and listened music on the way. There was no taxis, not anything else. Then one time, there's lots of people. Who are these? These are the Taliban. And here I see their national army, they are escaping. But the Taliban was inside the city. Beside the Taliban was also those people who escaped from the jail, or maybe those people who misused the time. They were like riding a tank inside the street. They stolen the tank from the camp of national army. These were the people, the normal people. And they misused the time. They did anything. They broken the shops or anything. And when I say all the shops are also closed, when I checked the WhatsApp for message of my colleague, she said, we will close the doors, you have to come to our house. So I was shocked, what happened? All the people are escaping. And when I was working, I was alone in whole Kabul city. There was no people more. Just when an old man, he was staying there and looking for me. Why you are here? I said, what happened? He said, the Taliban are inside the presidential palace right now. Oh, but I told him...
This is the picture you took in the mountains of
yes.
Afghanistan, right?
Yeah, this is the top mountains of central Afghanistan, and this is like Arbuz to 5,000 meters. And the first photo that we shared, and the first photo that also Mr. President seen and speak about it. It was so delicious there.
Delicious and cold.
Yeah, it was so...
So Zabi, tell us the story about you meeting the president of Afghanistan.
Yeah, when we climbed
to the problems. That's some problems.
One time we climbed a mountain. Then on that mountain there was lots of bad news on the media.
And after climbing this mountain,
climbing this mountain, the president messaged us that I want to meet you. We meet the president. For me, it was the first time.
Also for me.
When the president went and everything was done by 15 minutes, the first lady, she told us that I don't have any job right now. You can stay with me. And we stayed like 2 or 3 hours like this with the first lady. The first lady said, "Who's single?" We were 8 people. We said, "I'm single, I'm single."
And how was she and the president?
The president.
Yeah. You had some time to talk to him, or it was just formal?
It was some formal, but some of us speak there. But it was very good. Yeah, he was like intelligent. He knows anything about any part of the life about like mountaineering. I don't want to like say bad things for any people, also for Taliban, but because every personality is different. But he was very good. I don't know why.
He was escaping with a lot.
Yeah, he escaped, but I think he's not selected by us. Yeah, we voted.
And what's about first lady?
Very like
She's beautiful.
No.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
From Lebanon?
Yeah, Lebanon.
Beautiful than her age, I think.
Wow. How come that's the Afghanistan of...
They met together with the president in Lebanon when the president was a student there in the 1980s or maybe 1970s.
But she speaks Farsi?
Yeah.
Mihal. She had accent.
And where's he now? Where's he now, the president of Afghanistan?
In Dubai. And the first lady is in United States. But everything is like, for the people, it's like weird. Because the first lady is, Afghanistan, you know, all the people is Muslim. But the first lady is, she's Christian.
No,
Yeah,
really?
she's Christian from Lebanon.
And you think that meetup caused you some trouble with the Taliban?
Maybe.
You know, it's not the problem about the Taliban that they affect some sportsmen. It's all about the people. The people, they are jealous about something. Like Fauka is a younger mountain climber in Afghanistan, so the people treat her a lot.
There's lots of parties in Afghanistan, like illegal parties.
So you think that the radical
They are,
groups are...
yeah, they are radical. They don't want to do like a woman. Why a woman go to the mountain? Why? They don't care about the life of a woman.
Can go to the mountain.
So, if I'm understanding correctly, like when the Taliban came, there's like lots of radical groups, and now they are kind of at ease. They have like it's easier for them to act in Afghanistan.
Yes. Yeah.
And they behave.
And they
like
can
this.
do anything because they're supporting Taliban. Those people. The most dangerous time was like the first days of Taliban in Kabul. Any people like if I hit that person, not you, that person, like I can kill him in the street. There was no Taliban, no government, not anything else. There was the died person, and the someone who killed this person was also stayed there.
And nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
The jails were open.
Yeah, the jails open, and most dangerous people was also in jails.
So the
Those
chaos was the most...
who had enemies, they already went and killed each other.
All the Kabul
Taliban
street
were
was
not
like
done.
full of stupid people. So she also like treated by these people. Yeah, and the last letter that she got, like it was like written, why you are on social media, why you are so popular, why you are doing mountain climbing.
Just stay in your house.
Stay in your house, and then I will kill you. And maybe I think 1 week later, they like something like attacked to her.
On the street.
Yeah.
When the Taliban came, I was worried about Felicia because she posted lots of photos of her in social media and Facebook, but she used some sticker to hide the face because it's something a problem from the families or the society. And we had lots of comments from the people. Their Facebook profile was in jail and their location was in jail.
Yes.
Yeah. Jails in Afghanistan, they are very funny because they have mobile phone, they have internet, they have cigarettes, hash, everything that they need.
So these were like Taliban members that were jailed?
They were not Taliban members, or maybe they were Taliban members. They said that your father knows that you are posting these photos, and we replayed this comment, and then he said that I will find you. I know your location. I will find you. So then we blocked him, and another Facebook also was messaged her. And it's continuous in Afghanistan.
And it seems that it was only on Facebook, right?
Yeah, it was only on Facebook.
Why wasn't it on Instagram?
No, they don't use.
They don't
Because you told me that you can post whatever. Because, for example, we have a friend, and he was working. He was a military officer, and he was posting lots of pictures of himself dressed in a uniform on Instagram, and on Facebook he wasn't posting anything. And he told me that Instagram is totally like you can use it, but for Facebook it's dangerous.
Yeah,
Why is it?
That's right.
Why is it like that?
I was also active on Instagram, but I don't want to post anything on Facebook. Most of the people of Afghanistan, you can say all of the people, they use Facebook and they know about Facebook. But if you say Instagram, they think like Instagram. No, what is Instagram?
Na naszej trasie poza Krakowem są też polskie góry. Obieramy więc kierunek na południe. Alpiniści Zabi i Fatima nie mogą się już doczekać pierwszego spotkania z Tatrami.
O, dzień dobry!
Dzień dobry.
Hej!
Chciałam was zaprosić, jakbyście byli zainteresowani, odkrywki świeże.
O, cudownie! Wpadniemy!
To jest idealne miejsce, żeby powiedzieć, gdzie jesteśmy. Dostaliśmy zaproszenie od Andrzeja i Ani do ich pensjonatu, domu, żeby właśnie spać tutaj całą naszą gromadką. Także jesteśmy w Małe Ciche.
Małym Cichem. Tak jak nie mówi się w Zakopanem, tylko w Zakopanem. Starodawna forma. Dawniej chyba w języku takie coś było.
Can you introduce yourself to the camera?
Yes. Oh, wait a minute. I'm Paula from Spain.
Alright, and you work in Afghanistan as well, right?
I was in Afghanistan this July, and I met Kasim and Fatima. I stayed with them in Iraq.
And now you came to Poland specifically to meet them, right?
To meet them, yes.
Oh, this is so sweet.
It's very sweet. I'm very happy to meet them.
And you're going to join us on the trek, right?
I am.
Amazing.
If you allow me to.
What about Zbyszek and Hauke? Do they drink coffee?
They drink a little sometimes.
I did the same when I saw you. Yeah.
You also got involved in the whole process of evacuating people from Afghanistan?
Yes, I was talking Ola that actually at some point I was trying to help some friends to take them out, to evacuate them, and at some point I didn't know what to do, and I knew that you were doing the same, helping Savi, Fatih and Hatim.
How did you know?
They told me, so at the moment I brought you actually a message and you reply.
Oh, sorry, because
Yeah,
we got
yeah.
so many messages.
No,
Hundreds of messages.
Sure, I was like, at that moment I was desperate. I was like, you know how it is, this process was very difficult. And at that moment when you knew that you got it, I said, okay, I will contact you to see what did you do, maybe I can do as well. Because I was trying to use all the resources. And when I saw that you create this petition, I said, okay, I'm going to try, I have nothing to lose. And I opened one, like I raised one petition, like a case, for the Ministry of Defense of Spain. And yeah, it was just something to call the attention for the people. I sent to the media, and then people start to talk about their case. More journalists were calling me. But at the end, it was very difficult. The last 3 days, actually, my friends were there when the explosion happened, just before. And also my friends, they are not like young people. They have elderly people, they have people in wheelchair. It was impossible for them to go through the airport.
They didn't manage to.
They tried 2 days to go, and then they left. And then, you know what happened? They were all like in a bus that was already from Spanish embassy in Kabul, from the Ministry of Defense in Spain, with the American army and the Spanish army. Like it was a big operation. They managed like to arrange some buses, and they put everyone on the airport to get in the bus. When they arrived to the main door where Taliban's were, they didn't allow them to get in, and they were inside the bus for 36 hours. And after, I don't know, maybe 2 days, just the last flight, they took the last flight. For me, the last 2 days, I thought.
Wait, so you managed to get them out?
Yes. Now they are in Madrid now for 2 months. Yes. Some people, they got really involved, like personally, like I do care, I will actually do something. And you could realize the people who were like, oh, wait, email me.
Oh no.
Excuse me?
Hey, Hey guys, so what's the plan for you for today? You're going to go to Piętstawów and then?
A little trekking and then sleep night in there and
In Afghanistan, how often would you go to the mountains?
Every weekend just you go like these mountains, small hills, and every month or maybe per 2 months we went to high mountains.
What was the most difficult summit you did in Afghanistan?
The most difficult summit was like Noshar.
Yeah.
That was the highest point there. It took for us 23 days.
Were there any other women with you there?
Yeah, there was also other girls. In Noshar, 2 other girls. One was the Fawqat sister, another mountain in central Afghanistan. There was like 8 or 6 girls and 3 boys, I think.
And Fawqat was the youngest person in the history of Afghanistan to ever...
Yeah.
And are there any mountains here in Europe that you would like to try?
Yes, why not?
You told me about Matterhorn or something.
Yeah, Matterhorn, Alpine, like Mont Blanc. We have planned, but let's see, we'll start from here.
Okay.
Yeah, these are more beautiful, I think.
Ask it out. Zbyszek, do you also do boxing or only Fawqat does boxing?
No, just walking.
How did you get into this? This is really interesting.
She was for the best boxer in whole country for many years. She was the only ninja woman in Afghanistan.
But don't hit me.
Wow!
Baila
Po długim spacerze w górach czas zrobić sobie przerwkę na kawkę.
Kawka na wynos?
Tyle w sumie chodzimy i nie zapytaliśmy o najważniejszą rzecz, czyli o tą ewakuację. Kazik, tell me, what was like the most difficult part about the whole evacuation?
So the hardest thing it was to find the gate, the real gate, because there was different gates. One gate we stay one day for 8 hours there. Finally we got, and lots of people said that it's a British path. We went back, and then one of our friends takes me, and we gone and stay night behind that gate, and it was very crowded, and lots of people say that it's for America. And the last night we just called a friend. He said that okay, you come and behind the river, they are cutting the fence and let you to enter. We stayed awake in behind this fence, and the morning 6 they come and they pick up us and to the airport.
The last checkpoint was the British one or the American one?
It was not the gate. It was just fences. It was a new way.
There was no checkpoint from Taliban. The day we entered the airport, they make checkpoint in this way, and after that there was 7 suicide attacks.
Do you know some people that were also trying to pass through and they were not successful? They stayed there?
Yeah, I know some friends. Also my brother, he is evacuated for United States. He have the P2 visa, so he couldn't enter the airport. Kabul airport has more than 20 gates. So every gate, more than 2,000 people, 3,000 people are waiting for evacuation.
I even heard that there were some people that had like some international passports and they also couldn't cross through the crowds.
I know.
Also Taliban, if you have passport of like Canada or other shit, they will hit you. There was a gate, it was only for people that they have green card. There's one small and skinny Talib and with gun
long
and
hairs.
with long hair, always talking, also hitting people, and we just the people looked that he will go a little bit far away and they will run to the gate, and then when he comes, all the people sit down and they didn't do like a squad game, the red light and green light game.
Yes,
it was the same.
So you were surprised about the whole process of evacuation?
Yes, we never imagined that. But when we saw, we were really shocked.
And did you also make signs on your hand? Like, did you like?
Yeah, we had signs that we wrote something, but between the crowd, nobody sees these things. So they call lots of things about entering, and they say that the Taliban will hit you. You keep your equipment with yourself. And the first we bought some locks for our bags, and we locked everything. That's crowd place. We seen lots of people. They come between the crowd, and they were just stealing something.
And you lost your phone, right?
Yeah, I lost my phone.
How that happened?
So I didn't find my phone again.
After the attacks, there was less people, you think?
The procedure is going like this. If it's suicide attack, lots of people for tomorrow they come and they say nobody will go, so we will go. Many people died between the crowds. Even we had situation that we couldn't breathe at all. So we push people and we make a space to breathe.
And how many people died? in the crowds?
In the crowds, I've seen three families that their children were like they fall down under the feet.
Plus there was a terrorist attack.
Yeah,
and
terrorist attack. It was 7 terrorist attack in the same day, and it was killed about more than 300 people.
Podjeżdżamy teraz pod granicę z Słowacją. That's the border, you see? And that's it. No police, nothing.
Trzeba powiedzieć dzień dobry, tak?
Gov, 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 gov. It's almost like an asp, you know?
Dzień dobry! Jakiś czas temu wróciliśmy właśnie z gór, odpoczęliśmy chwilę i zaczęła się impreza, więc generalnie miksujemy wszystkie kultury, śpiewamy, tańczymy i teraz akurat są tańce afgańskie, także zapraszam.
So today we drink. Cheers to our hosts. We are so happy that we had this honor to be your guests. Thank you, Ania and Andrzej.
Thanks Misha for connecting us.
Dziękujemy!
Bardzo!
Dziękujemy!
Bardzo!
Uwaga! Uwaga!
Myślę, że możemy dołączyć też wasze zdrowie.
No.
Ladies first.
Okay.
Oh, so romantic!
Yes, but so if it's poison, she will die first.
Rozmowy z naszymi afgańskimi znajomymi kreują jeszcze więcej pytań, na które trudno odpowiedzieć. Co dalej z Afganistanem? Obecnie krajem targają poważne problemy wewnętrzne. Kryzys gospodarczy, głód, brak wykwalifikowanych pracowników. Na szeroką skalę działają też radykalne organizacje terrorystyczne i grupy przestępcze. Jednak są też ludzie, którzy z nadzieją czekali na powrót talibów. Warto pamiętać, że Afganistan ostatnich lat to kraj pogrążony w krwawym konflikcie. Przejęcie władzy przez talibów to dla niektórych koniec tej wojny. A co z bohaterami tego odcinka? Od nagrania upłynęły już 3 miesiące, dlatego przygotowujemy aktualizację sytuacji, o której opowiemy szerzej na Instagramie. Linki znajdziecie w opisie tego filmu. Dziękujemy za uwagę i do zobaczenia.